Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video today I will be reviewing and flipping through The Secrets of Tarot book and cards, featuring a comprehensive guide to read the tarot by, let me see who's the author, it doesn't say right there, by Amanda Hall. Okay, and here you can have a little view of the back. The price is $9.95, but I got a 10% off with my Barnes & Noble membership, and I have even heard people that have found it for $5, so it's a very affordable set to getting started of reading tarot and reading the cards if that's something you're interested in, and can give you a little bit of introduction and you can get used to it without spending too much. So let me get started and get it open. So it's very simple. I mean, the card, the box, this has a magnetic closure, so you can close it again if you want to keep it. It has this hole in it, so I don't know if you will be keeping it to store things and stuff. And once you remove this won't be in there anymore. So I think it's just to present it as a book. And anyway, so let's remove this with this plastic. And here we have the card set and the little box and the book. So let me put this out of the side, we don't need it. And I would like to start with the book because it's so little, and then I will be doing the flip through the cards and see if they call you, if it's something you would like to buy. So since most books you can flip through in the bookstore, but since this is something closed, you won't be able to. So I thought it was a good idea to help you since I already got it. So you can see it's very short. It's only 32 pages long. You can see here by the contents. And it says, it gives you an introduction, history and origin of the tarot, reading the tarot, the cards, psychic protection, tarot spreads, the major arcana, the mark in Amanda's spread, the minor arcana, the Celtic cross spread, extended. The Celtic cross spread is one of the most popular ones and one of the most used. The daily inspiration spread, conclusion, glossary, and a few things about the author. The material is quite good. You will survive quite a few flip throughs, especially if you're a newbie. You might want to read and reread this. So as I say, start with the history of the tarot, and right away it goes. It's a very condensed information. It's not like it's like a crash course, you know. It's not like one of those big books where it goes kind of like this. That I have this from the Steampunk. You can see it has just way much information because it is, after all, a beginner set, so it's a very crash course. It's very quick, to the point. You have here the suits that makes the minor arcana, the cups, wands, swords, and pentacles, and a little bit of a description about them. A little bit about psychic protection. Sometimes when you call onto spirits or something to come to your reading to like help you, it's a good thing. It never hurts. So here you have that information. And then we have the spreads. As I said, the Celtic spread is one of the most known ones. This is a little different. The one I do doesn't use so many cards, so I will be checking this out furthermore. We have the Mark and Amanda spread, which seems very easy. It's just 2x2s, dividing the cards 2x2s. And I think this will be a very nice spread for a beginner because you don't have to memorize the places and settings of something a little bit like the Celtic cross, so you can just go 2x2s, and I think that's amazing for practice. You have other spreads like the just present, past, and future that is not included, but it's the one that I used the most when I was learning. So if you're still learning and you don't want to get complicated spread, I would recommend you that one. We have a look at the major arcana and all the images of the cards. And this setup is a little bit weird. Usually we start with the full, since this is the card 0, and then we move forward, and here they're putting the full at the very end. But it's just a display, so nothing major. As soon as you get all the cards, it will be okay. You will be able to read them. So here is actually, it seems a little bit out of order, that they will show you the spread, and after that's not, but I don't know, maybe they had limited space, but here is the spread actually in so you can see where you will put your cards. And here is your sample reading, so you can see what the first 4 cards meaning. It says that it relates to the past or things that are just passing by. The middle 4 relates to the present conditions or the situations that are next to follow, like pre-immediate, very present. And the final 4 cards reveal the outcome. What is the future, or what is leading? Of course, we don't really predict the future because it can be changed, but it's like if all things stay the same, that is the most likely future. Finally, they have the final 13 to 16 cards. Is an extension that it is only used when your answer is not clear, which sometimes happens, sometimes, especially when you're a beginner. So right here says, should Mary change her job? And right here is an example, and you can see past, present, future, and extension. And I really like when beginner sets do this, because then you can see that the way you express the cards is not by the exact meaning, like you add more things, you explain more things to your client or to yourself when you read it. So this was going to come really handy for you if you're a beginner. Then we have the minor arcana, and it's divided by the suits. We have the cups, which means emotions and hearts, all from the Ace of Cups to all the way to the King of Cups. Oops. Apologize for that, it's kind of stuck. Oof, there we go. We got wands. This says actions and diamonds. Swords, challenge, and spades. I wouldn't say that swords are always a challenge, but so many of them usually are, so I guess this is a way of remembering. That's something else to keep in mind. Every author changes a little bit the way they present the meanings of the cards. I believe it's just not to be redundant, and that's why they change it so much. Some of them actually feel that the cards represents other things, but it is common to sometimes find different sets of tarot, and they present the meaning slightly different from like the traditional one. At the end, I think that you should start with the meaning that the tarot cards have in it, and then you should develop your intuition and be able to receive like message in your mind and your intuition of what they mean for that specific client. But of course, you cannot just go and start from your intuition from day one. You have to start with the basic meanings and then develop them. Right here we have another spread. This is Celtic cross. Ooh, goodness, I can't talk. This Celtic cross spread extended is quite a tongue twister. Again with a sample reading, which I think is really good. This is really extensive. Let me see what's the question that says. No, it only says that Bob is our significator. He's over 25 years old with red hair and hazel eyes. His significator is the King of Wands. So I think they didn't really ask a question. They just, it's quite a big spread, so I guess it's going to answer pretty much anything. So it keeps going, this reading. We have one more spread, Daily Inspiration spread with a sample. And then we have a very, very small conclusion, extremely small glossary. I think there's way more lingo and things in tarot that you will need to learn as you progress, but this is a good start. I mean, it's a nice start. And finally we have the author. So that is the content of this tiny little book that is going to help you get started. And now let's go. Let's do a flip through the cards, because I know that images, they hold meaning. So it's good to, if you decide to purchase it, it's good to, if you connect with them, if you like them. All of them. Oof, they are kind of stuck. This is certainly like very stuck, so I probably won't be using it again. I will be making a holder for my cards because it's so, the size is very tight. So if you do the same, oops, I'm sorry, you can get it in a box, or sometimes I do things like that, just little pouches to hold my cards that don't come in a bag or in a box that can be reused like this. Like, I don't like it. Alrighty, let's get started with this. So let's go with flip through, and I will be getting you closer. Let me make sure this fits right there a little. Okay, and alright, so we have the Ace of Cups, an A to represent Ace. It has a name, so this is extremely beginner friendly. You have the significator here, the cups here, also the name, and then it says security and a helping hand. So it gives you a keyword that you can, that way you don't have to start memorizing right away, and I think that is extremely beginner friendly. The art is quite pretty, and it looks kind of like pixelated, kind of like crackled a little bit. Let me really get it close so you can see it. See, and it kind of reminds me of very old oil paintings that start cracking. So let me get back here. Focus again for you. Oop. Alright. Nope. It was this. I almost went out of order. Then we have the Two of Cups, of course following the suit. Peace of mind, joining two people, which, yeah. Got the Three of Cups. I won't be reading the keywords anymore. If not, we're gonna take too long, so we can just flip through the cards, and you can have an idea of all the cards that are here. I mean, after all, there's 72 cards, so. Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight, and it says young woman, but she doesn't quite seem like a woman. I just thought that was funny. We have our Queen and our King. So that's one suit. That's the complete suit of cups, and they represent minor arcana again. And it looks like someone already bought this set and put it back together and returned it or something, because this is completely out of order. This was entirely in order, and then we have the Death card. We have the Empress, which is the 3. This is the 13. So I mean, this, someone already played with them, but I'll just keep going. If not, I'm going to take too long to organize them, and as soon as they're all of them, I think it will do the trick. The Hierophant, the Hermit, Judgment. Let me see so you can actually see it. Oh, here's Justice. We have the Lovers, and then we start with the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this has definitely been tampered with. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, have 9 of Pentacles, and 10, which is really good card. Page of Pentacles, Knight, the Queen, and the King. And then we go back to Major Arcana. Seriously, this has been tampered with, but anyway. Strength, And then we have swords, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the Page, Knight, Queen, King. Then we have the Temperance, Chariot, the Devil, the Emperor, the Fool, Hangman, High Priestess, the Magician, the Moon, the Star, the Sun, the World, the Tower, and then we have the Suit of Wands, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Page, Knight, Queen, got the Wheel of Fortune, and King of Wands. So there you go. That's your entire deck of the cards. Again, this has been moved. I wish it was in the correct order, but still flip through all of them. So my thoughts about this set, besides what I've already been sharing with you as I wanted. So first, let me get it right there. So this is a very nice beginner set. As you can see, it's very short and concise, so it's not going to overwhelm you if you're just starting. Another thing that I like is you won't have to memorize the meaning of the cards because they are right there. Is extremely easy to see which one it is because they have the significators in name and in there, which not all the sets have. Many do, but I mean this does, so we're just reviewing this one. About the book, there are things that I like and things that I don't like. I really like that since it's a beginner set, I think is just splendid that is concise and short, because you don't want to be overwhelmed. There's no way you will be able to start and like learn the whole history from the 1400s and all the way to here and how it evolved and all the things and 7 meanings for the same cards and what it means when this card is next to this but it's prior to this. So you know, it can be complicated, and that is something that you have to slowly learn. So that I like about the book is concise. It just gives you straight to the point. I do like the spreads, and I like that it has the sample readings, the sample like how you will actually read a spread and what the meanings, because it's a great starting point. You don't know how to read because, you know, as you can see right here, it says future events, and it's telling you, it's creating a story with using the cards. And you don't just go like men over 25 with a woman over 25 and then like that money loss. You know, you create a story like there is a man and a woman over 25. They could be married since they are kings and they're coming together, that they might experience money loss and, you know, things like that. So you don't just read the keyword, you actually develop them into meaning for yourself if you're reading it for yourself or for your client. So the sample reading is a great help. I wish I had one when I started, but it's still nice to have it. So let me see. So all those spreads, which is nice. I think the glossary is like in between. It's an in-between feeling, because if you're just starting, you don't need that many words to memorize and learn. But it's quite small, so could have gone a little further. But it is what it is. And also, I do not like that they don't have the meanings of the cards in here, like a little bit standard. It's just the keywords and that's it. And although that is just great for starting, great for beginners, I think it should go a little bit further than just keywords. These cards are more than just keywords, but I guess that will come with time. And if you feel that tarot set that is has just too many meanings and is very extensive, will be overwhelming for you, then I really will recommend this. If you are one that wants to, that you already know you like the tarot and you would like to spend and you don't want to feel trapped by just keywords, then I will spend a little bit more money and get one of the other sets that has a proper book, like has a big book. And even the smaller ones have more. Like this is a book from one of my tarot sets. This is a book from one of my oracle sets. This is another tarot that has a big book that it just has way more information. And I know we're reviewing the other book, but I just wanted to show you like all this information is just about the Temperance card. So just something to keep in mind. I mean, yes, I'm reviewing the other book, but I want you to have an idea what is out there as well, so you can properly choose what is that you would like to get. So let me move this out of the way. And let me give you another example of something with a smaller book, but still we have this is an oracle card, not tarot, but still has the meaning. So here you can see it is quite small, but still, even this is the meanings and story behind a card. It's way more than just keywords, and it does have a keyword. You can see this. It has a keyword on the card as well, so it's also great for beginners, but then you have an extension. So that's the only thing that I feel is missing from this set in this book. And oops, sorry. I'm throwing things all over the way, all over the place. So again, if you want to start simple, just keywords, easy, and you develop it with time and with practice, it's a great set. This is only $10 or less, depending if you get a discount, if you get it on one of those places that are selling for $5, so 10 or less, and you get the book and the set that is very beginner friendly because it's based on one of the most known sets and it's just a little bit different. But if you would like, if you already know you want to be a tarot reader, if you already feel that connection and you know you want to be beyond keywords, I will spend just a little more and get one of the bigger sets. So that's completely up to you. Obviously, I already have other sets and I still decided to buy it because I was very curious, and I'm not going to return it because I believe it is a very good value for what it comes. But if you are starting and this is going to be your very first set, then I want you to be happy, and that's why I'm giving you just trying to tell you, trying to help you decide what to get, because for your very first deck, it will be the one that you will be using over and over again, and you won't have, like I do, if I don't feel like doing a quick reading, a beginner friendly reading, I have all those other decks, all those other options. So for me, it's not a big deal. I have the meanings I already learned and I can use them. That's another thing. Once you learn the meanings of the cards, and they are pretty much like all based on the same tarot, you can mix and match as you go. So again, it's completely up to you. It is a great set. I will be keeping it. I won't be returning it. I do like it. I just think it's lacking a little bit more information and could help you more. But the internet, we have Google, and we can always just look around for furthering the meaning of the cards. So if you think you want to start with this and then you want to expand a little bit your knowledge about tarot without buying another set right away, you can just Google. There are some courses are out there on tarot. There are just free web pages. So I guess whatever information is lacking in this little book, you can get it online either for free or most courses will be paid. But again, there is always ways to expand the knowledge. So I hope this this little review and flip through help you to decide if this is a set you would like to get for yourself. And if so, leave me a comment below, leave it a like. I would love to know if you like this kind of videos. Maybe I can do reviews from other decks. I decided to start with this one because it's a beginner friendly, but I have a lot of Martin decks, and I keep getting them because I'm so much in love with tarot and oracle readings. So if you would like to see this kind of video for other decks, just let me know. Leave me a comment below. Let me know the name of the set. Maybe leave me a link so I can find it easily and purchase it and do this compilation for you guys. And if you don't mind subscribing to just one more YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it. It will be extremely helpful and it will just make my day. So I will see you in my next video, and I wish you magical blessings.